If you sell fuel at your FBO, we will need to set up your fuel trucks and meters in FBO Director. To do this, you'll use the fuel module, which is available under Fuel Management, and then you'll move into Setup and start with our Assets page. Assets are the trucks, meters, and tanks that you use. I like to use a standardized nomenclature for naming things. You may or may not have something similar. You may be using the numbers that are printed on the truck or have something that you've used for a period of time. So in this case, I'm going to call mine Jet Truck 1. I'll define that as a truck. It holds volume. It's a 3,000 gallon refueler, and I need to associate that with the appropriate type of fuel Jet A, add record. I can go ahead and add another one, Jet Truck 2, and the nice thing is most of the values stay from the previous record. I may have a tank farm, mark that as a tank, and we'll say that it's a 10,000 gallon tank. We'll make it 15. And of course, we do the same for avgas, and you can refer to 100 low lead, avgas, whatever you may call your particular trucks and tanks. And in this case, we would change the product code. And I can go ahead and set up a self-serve. And last but not least, we'll set up a tank. There you go. So we've now set up our fuel assets. The next thing we want to do is set up meters for each of those. So we would choose Fuel Management, set up meters, and start by adding. So our first truck we set up, if you recall, was Jet Truck 1. So what I'm going to do is refer to this as J1-rear. Connect that to a truck. If this has a PRIST injector, we would connect that to PRIST. We'll do that on the second one. And if we're using Veeder-Root, Liquid Controls, or Fuel Meter Cloud, we would set up a associated ID that's provided by us for that. Otherwise, just leave that blank. Go ahead and set up the front meter. You can go ahead and add the Jet Farm. You can add my avgas. And I know I'm mixing and matching terms. I'm really doing that to demonstrate that the system is flexible and you can set up your data to match what you use. So if I'm using QT pod, I could set that up to be my self-serve, and I'm done. Now I'm going to go ahead and add PRIST because I wanted to show how to set up the injectors. So to do that, I actually need to return to our product configuration page for a moment and add PRIST as a new product. You can set it up as an inventory item or as a service item. In this case, I'm going to make my life easy and just set it up as a service item. I need a sales account for that, other FBO services, purchase price. It's going to be the sales price is a nickel. And add that. Notice that the PRIST is on here. Next, I'll return to Fuel Management and go ahead and set up the meter for the Jet 2 truck with PRIST on it. And do the same for the front meter. That's all the same, and PRIST. You can see now we've set everything up. You can sort these columns if you want and go through them that way. You'll notice that PRIST has an ID associated with it that's available. So we've now set up our fuel trucks and meters.